according to Mark.
Lord, praise you, Lord.
Jesus and his disciples left from there and began a journey through Galilee. But he did not wish anyone to know about it. He was teaching his disciples and telling them, "The Son of Man is to be handed over to men, and they will kill him. And 3 days after his death, the Son of Man will rise." But they did not understand the saying, and they were afraid to question him. They came to Capernaum, and once inside the house, he began to ask them, "What were you arguing about on the way?" They remained silent. They had been discussing among themselves on the way who was the greatest. Then he sat down, called the 12, and said to them, "If anyone wishes to be first, he shall be the last of all, and the servant of all." Taking a child, he placed it in their midst, and putting his arms around it, he said to them, "Whoever receives one child such as this in my name receives me. And whoever receives me receives not me, but the one who sent me." The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
From time to time in our lives, we find ourselves following into denial. There's some situation or some truth that we just can't handle at the moment. And so we just deny that it's even happening. We deny that we're even faced with it. And that is what has been happening to the apostles in last Sunday's gospel and today's gospel. Last Sunday, Jesus, in Mark's gospel, gave a prediction, the first prediction of his suffering and death. Peter took him aside and said, "Lord, it can't be this way. That's not what's supposed to happen." Peter went into denial. Today, he has the second prediction of his death in St. Mark's Gospel. And the apostles decide to get together, and they began arguing with one another about who among them is the greatest. They were in total denial of what Jesus had said to them. He was speaking to them of his suffering and death, and then only after that his resurrection. And they were arguing among themselves about who is the greatest. This gives us the opportunity to reflect on the times that we go into denial because there's something we don't want to face. It may be an illness, it may be the death of someone, it may be some teaching of the church that we find difficult to follow, and so we just ignore it. We go into denial about things that we need to face and we need to deal with. And so today what we do is we ask the Lord to help us, first of all, realize that we are in denial, and then secondly, overcome that denial and face the things in life that we have to face, even when they're difficult, even when rather not have to deal with. We have good company in the apostles, and that they at times were in denial. But they too had to be shaken out of their denial and face the fact that Jesus was going to die on the cross. And we need to be shaken out of our denial from time to time, to realize that there are things in our lives, there are truths in our lives that we need to face, and we need to accept, and we need to live by. Lord, help us in our denial, and help us to face the